The show has an unusually high baseline for visual effects. It was really clear early on that it's a pretty mammoth task and kind of not been done for a TV audience before, especially on this scale. We are making characters that live on screen with primary characters as part of them.
Lyra, we have to find out what she's doing.
But it's just there, it's the fabric of the show.
I am Brian Fisher. I am creature effects coordinator for the entire production. Simple reference puppetry of a ball on a stick wouldn't work for this production. It simply wouldn't. You want to have eyes. You want to have a face that people can form a relationship with. You need to be able to give the actors and the directors something that they can build upon. We do the speaking, act it out, and then we can work with the actor that we're working with to make sure that that scene is making sense, so we are able to put that through the puppets. In addition to being one of the heads of creature effects, I also perform the Golden Monkey, and that's one of my main things to do on set. So we were able to build these simple puppets which could interact with people, and having a puppeteer involved meant that we were able to help go through that mental process with them. We could actually be that mirror to them while they're on set. We could be that soul.
She's nice. Do we deserve to have nice things? For once. Of course we do.
When we started out, we had to work out what the demons were going to be like. And we decided we were going to go naturalistic, we were going to keep them very real and very nuanced performances so we could be complementing primary actors' performances rather than overpowering them with CG, which is just not the point of the show.
We should rest. If this evening goes as expected, we won't sleep for a while.
The demons aren't animals, they have a human consciousness and a focus. And I think that's the most important thing to get.
Lyra, can you hear that?
In the books, Pan is about 35 different things. So we stripped it down to about 8 characters. So we had a comfort animal, we had an aggressive animal, we had an adventurous animal, and then when she goes north, her adventurous animal changes and becomes something more northern. So we started off by finding the key animals that could help represent emotional feeling and become something familiar for an audience. They're not literal, they're spiritual, the animals. So, you know, you have the spirit of a child with the innocence of a child who's not going to want to turn into a gigantic beast and kill someone.
You were angry, I could see it. And you still are.
So, for example, there's the scene in episode 2 where Mrs Coulter attacks Lyra. At the beginning, Pan is bold because Lyra is being defined. Then he gets attacked, then he becomes scared, then he becomes reactionary to what the monkey's doing. The monkey, in turn, is purely aggressive.
You can't treat me like this! My uncle won't let you!
When has that man ever done anything for you?
He's done everything!
He's done nothing! He's a failure of a man and a failure of father!
When Mrs Coulter drops a big spoiler bomb in the middle of it, the monkey backs away and becomes very submissive and quiet, but at the same time is giving Lyra a look of affection because secretly what we don't know is that Mrs Coulter is actually Lyra's mother and she's pretending that she isn't, but the monkey is showing the care and the will to comfort.
We knew there would be some big builds, and one of those big builds is the Panzerbjorn. We're talking 12 foot 6 inches at their highest point when they're standing on high legs, so that is a big space to cover. We built a backpack with long rods that go out with a head attached, so you can puppeteer the head from the backpack and stand it up with 2 big legs.
Let go of him!
One of our largest challenges was the bear fight. To make 2 gigantic bears fight on television in a long sequence and make it really mean something and have some impact is unheard of for TV. And there's a lot of fat and muscle and fur interacting and there's stuff jiggling around there. So 6 months of animation to do. That was a massive challenge. We had 1,500 creature shots in total. We made 50 demons. 3 hours of visual effects. That's the equivalent of doing a feature-length 3-hour movie all in CG. Having kids, 2 little girls, and the idea of working on something that I can't wait to show them.
I'll get you to the mountain.
And to introduce him to the character of Lyra, who's a really spirited woman, is awesome.